Another breaking news for my BIAFRAN brothers and sisters. One that's never end though. Make on hear the main reason. Make on hear all the whole people involved in the 2017 Python dance that happened in Afarubeku, Uku, in Abia State. The home of His Majesty Eze Carlo, the father of Mazen Namdekano, that took the life of that old fella and other plus 28 or more than that Biafran soldiers. I mean, when I mean Biafran soldiers, I mean the supporters of Biafra and the followers of Mazen Namdekano. So the reason is being brought to us so that we know how to apply it our trade. Because there's an Igbo adage that says, if your heart is on fire, you have no reason pursuing a rat or even a cockroach. So the issue we are having today in our southeastern region and the Biafra is our house is on fire. We are busy chasing rats. In other words, the elders who supposed to be interested to know how we can be able to avert this opportunity we get at hand to get our referendum announced and signed and also get the independence of the state of Biafra. They are busy chasing rats while the house is on fire. People who are busy chasing contracts and appointments from the Fulani control government of Nigeria, whereas they can be the stronghold of this Biafra and get in full of the resources coming from their own land. Rather, they choose to remain slaves in the hands of of their slave masters, which is the Fulani control government of Nigeria, and be collecting peanut from them, whereby the peanut is in their backyard. What an irony of life, and what a misplaced priority, and a gang of fools who have gathered to say, oh, we represent the Igbos, we represent the Southeasterners. When you talk about Biafra, they will turn deaf ears to you, forgetting that Biafra is their heritage, and every Igbo man is a Biafra by birth, whether you like it or not. So make on see what happen. Oh, that issue of Python dance that happened in Mazen Namdekano's residency, those days, I think some couple of 8 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, or 6 or 7 years ago. They don't come out now to give us the real reason and the people that behind it. If you check very well, an Igbo man hand must be on it, because no smoke without fire. If you see anywhere where they want to do any destruction, as long as this contraction called Nigeria is concerned, my dear brothers and sisters, look very well. The main perpetrator of that very particular thing must be an Igbo man, because they love destructions. Yes, we love ourselves, fine and good, there's no doubt about it. We love peace, fine and good, there's no doubt about it. But when you allow yourself to be used by these so-called Fulanis, the Kabas in Asorok and also the controlled Sultan of Sokoto, my dear, that is when they will hypnotize you, turn your brain against your own people. You will begin to behave like cows like them, because they are always, their behavior is like cows. Yes, now, Nigeria is the only country where we say, in the northern part of the country, not even the northern part, in the whole wide world of the Nigerian nation, if you kill one cow in a community, be rest assured that in that community you will lose more than 1,000 heads, simply because of one cow is lost, or one cow is killed. So in other words, they have been behaving like cows. That is why you see our elders, no one think about home again. All of them, they have become Abuja ministers, Abuja governors, Abuja senators, and the rest of them, even common the least man in their midst, will be councillor and local government chairman. All of them that become to Abuja, they have become Abuja ministers and local government chairmen. And we keep on clapping hands, shouting, oh, Nigeria will be good. One Nigeria. Could they put that in? I ask again, could they put that in? Who said that in, that Nigeria will be good? Nigeria will be good under this current dispensation. You know, Nigeria have what do they call it? One tradition of missing the past leaders. When Obasanjo was in power, people were complaining, oh, even the military is better than Obasanjo. When Obasanjo left, we start to miss him. Yeah, Yaradua enter. We said, oh, Yaradua is sick. Oh, how can he take care of problems of Nigeria? It is many. And God so kind. The man said, Abego, I cannot take the issue of Nigeria. The man just kicked the bucket and waka on his own. A very good luck enter. Then they form from ACN to APC. Then become a thorn on the flesh of good luck. combined together, including with Shetima, the then governor of Borno State, and kidnap the Chibok girls and blame it on Obasanjo, whereby the warning for that kidnapping came as early as possible. The principals of the school warned Shetima, let us move these kids here to the state capital where they will take that exam. He said no, they hiccup because every plans have been put in place. The bandits stormed that night when everybody was sleeping. A performed and well-calculated plan, and nobody was on the road. They packed how many thousands of these girls, Chibok girls. No any single security personnel can be able to intercept them. And they finish and go. When Good Luck left, people was complaining, Good Luck is a woman. After all, coming this one now, say, hey, we want change, we want change. And that caused our mind to when our able boo-boo was telling us, APC, and they are shouting, power to the people. Nigeria, power to the people. And it made us to understand, from top to bottom, APC, top to bottom, Nigeria, top to bottom, everybody was inquisitive on the change. Nobody cares to listen very well to know what this man is saying. They call it, maybe the way he speaks, that is his intonation. But last, the 4 years, my dear brothers, we really go from top to bottom. Complete 4 good years, we go from top to bottom. Another 4 years again, he came out and told them, thank you for voting me to serve for another additional 4 years. Nigeria will know the difference. We see Shege, we know the difference. 2023 came. Everybody was jumping up. Hey, say Jagaban, say Obi, say articulated. The so-called Jagaban don't even have a manifesto. From all the whole that sisters, they went for campaign rallies, only from one dancing to the other. Only from critics to the other. Obi, Atiku, this one have run tire. When Atiku was the chief of custom, when Atiku was this, how can a chief of custom have a business? Where did he get the money? Imagine a drug lord asking person where he get the money. It takes a criminal to know a criminal. We are in all this together. But at the end, we're going to hear what thing that happen now. Upon all the whole bad government of Buhari, Nigeria are missing Buhari under 100 days of a so-called Agbado administration. That is how we keep on going. He brought us at the depth of 77 trillion naira from where Good Luck left us. As if that one is not enough. As people are talking now, it have not been made open. But let me tell you the simple truth. Nigeria debt now have risen to 87 trillion naira as of today, under 120 days in office of Tinubu. Borrow 10 trillion naira. What are they being used for? To cushion the effect of first subsidy removal, or to continue paying the first subsidy removal? Nobody can tell. Everybody was calm. Nigeria have one single problem. Both the youth and the young. Both the youth and the old. We have a low retentive memory. Very easy to forget and very easy to move ahead. When the increment of fuel came, everybody was shouting. No bus on the road. Picture was flying up and down. Look at the busy road. Look at this. Look at that. That fuel price stand on there because they know that highest 1 week Nigeria will move on. They have already weaponized poverty and made people to know immediately it is 1 week, everything has become norm. Now, nobody complains about fuel increment again. They were warming up the bend. The marketers are telling us now that crude oil have hit $94. Why Nigerian government are still paying the same amount they are paying? They put it as standby. That means the fuel subsidy regime have not gone. They are paying it indirectly. Anyway, my wonderful people, they're going to hear the headline. But I say I don't talk too much. They're going to forgive me because that is my own take. Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari called on the Igbos a dot and sent pythons to them. Aloysius Ejimako tells Tinubu. It's part of our anchor headline. And another headline we have here is that Tinubu's administration inherited 14 trillion naira worth of road projects from Buhari's government to Umahi. I'm happy about this headline because now the same people where they defend Buhari, he did well. Now you come out to complain. But what did they call him? The so-called president of the APC and the Fulani never complained because now his ally. He hand over to him. So now, you know, say, inherited 14 trillion naira worth of road projects from Buhari. Thank God he didn't say from good Lord Jonathan. You were in that administration, David Umahi, in a Ebonyi stage, killing your own people, using a Bubago militia. Now it is time to face the reality of life. Amado and I go visit all of one by one. Anyway, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, I beg you, there's no time to waste. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Be like, I don't talk too much. Make on here. Let us read in between the line. But before then, please help me. Use your two hands to surround this message so that every Okeke and Okafu we get to know about this. Why we are being called dot and people who are behind the Python dance. Hear it in details. I'll be right back. Subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, and like it. Share it if you deem fit for you to share. Council to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, will be Aloysius Ejimako, has urged Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to validate his predecessors Muhammadu Buhari's injustice against the Igbos. Speaking via his X handle, formerly known as Twitter, Aloysius Ejimako lamented that Buhari viciously persecuted Igbo people during his 8 years in power. He recalled how Buhari described the southeast as a dot and deployed the military to the zone to wipe out an entire nation. Ejimako said, there at official BAT, for 8 long years, Buhari indulged in a vicious persecution of Ndigbo. He called them a dot and sent pythons to them. In desperation, he unjustly renditioned and imprisoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In conclusion, do not or don't validate Buhari's injustice against Ndigbo. Hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Hashtag free Biafrans and hashtag let things be done in the right way. Tinubu's administration, according to David Umahi, the inherited 14 trillion naira road project. Thank you and thank you. Thank you once again, because you are in that same government defending Buhari. Now you are about to face the reality of life. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has revealed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration inherited 14 trillion naira worth of road projects from ex-president Muhammadu Buhari's government. According to Umahi, the number of road projects inherited from the past government is 2,604 spanning of 18,000 kilometers. Umahi, while speaking with reporters at the presidential villa, said out of the 14 trillion naira, 4 trillion naira has been paid to contractors by the current administrations. He said, between when we came on board and now, about 4 trillion naira have been paid. And so that is a balance of 10 trillion naira remaining to be paid. Where are you going to get this money? The final question, the final conclude. Now borrow, and I go still go borrow. And Nigeria keep going down. Now in this 10 trillion naira, we have identified source that could fund up to 4 trillion. So we have a funding gap of about 6 trillion. Okay, we have a number of programs for road development under the previous administration. We inherited all the projects. We have not dropped any of them. But curious to know that some of these projects have lasted for 20 years and some 10 years. In fact, in the most cases, they were never appropriated throughout every tenure. So I went to seek for Agbado's nod so that I will be able to terminate some of the projects that have stayed up to 10 years without any defined source of funding. The minister said Tinubu should encourage the National Assembly to prioritize road projects. Umahi added, just look at over 2,600 projects, 18,000 kilometers of roads, and 14 trillion naira. That is huge. And the worrisome part of this is that even the ones that are being funded properly, the road hardly lasts up to 5 years. That is the contractors and the people who are awarding the contracts. Because the contract now from hand to hand, from assemble, the person will go get the contract, the another person will go execute the contract, and to the contractor. Before you get to the contractor and to the last man standing, the money have been liquidated. Then they can do it anywhere, anyhow they like. to cover up their ass. I shared with the Mr. President, as it's been so called, that the way appropriation is being done is not healthy to develop our roads infrastructure. For example, for a road that may cost 10 billion naira, an appropriate of 150 million naira is made. How can that work according to David Umahi? It is just for the contractor to take and put in his pocket, because where the average cost of projects that we inherited is about 700 million naira per kilometer, and you are giving out 150 million naira for the whole year, then you are just enhancing the pockets of the contractors. This one is from the office of David Umahi. Okay, the last but not the least, according to them, 5 pregnant teenage girls have been rescued from a baby factory in the state of the Supreme Court governor, will be hopeless. 5 pregnant teenage girls suspected to be victims of child trafficking have been rescued from an alleged baby factory by officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Okute News learned. The victims, Choma Emmanuel, 15 years, Umar Faith, 15, Divine Ademoye, 17, Opera Gift, 15, and Amarachi Mbata, 16. In their statement, disclosed that they don't know the men who got them pregnant. According to the NDLEA, they were rescued by some of its officials who were on patrol along the Aba-Owerri Expressway. They were intercepted and picked up while being relocated from their hideout in the Naze area of Owerri to the Ikenebu area of Imo State capital. The NDLEA spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, in a statement on Sunday said, in their statement, they claimed they didn't know the men who impregnated them. The Imo State command of the agency has since been directed to hand them over to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, that is NAPTIP, for further investigations. In other development, Babafemi also said operatives of the NDLEA thwarted an attempt to escort various quantities of methamphetamine, that is Mkporommiri, and skunk, Igbo, by members of some transnational drug trafficking organization through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, and courier companies in Lagos State. See the full statements below. Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency seizes illicit drug consignment at Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Intercept 5 pregnant teenage girls. Fresh attempt to export various quantities of methamphetamine and skunk by the members of some transnational drug trafficking organization through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, and the courier companies in Lagos have again been thwarted by the operatives of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, who intercepted the illicit drug consignment concealed in different items. At the Lagos Airport, NDLEA operatives on Tuesday, 12 September, intercepted an intending passenger going to Oman, Ugu Peter Tochukwu, while trying to board a Qatar Airways flight. Upon a thorough search of his luggage, 7.5 kilograms of skunk were discovered concealed inside crayfish mixed with dry bitter leaf. In the same vein, NDLEA officials of the Directorate of Operations and General Investigations attached to some courier companies also intercepted Dubai-bound 2.9 kilograms of skunk and 14 grams of methamphetamine concealed in bags of Somovita and soles of ladies' high-heel shoes, respectively. In Imo State, operatives on patrol along Aba-Owerri Expressway on Wednesday, 13 September, intercepted 5 pregnant teenage girls suspected to be victims of a child trafficking used as a baby factory. They were picked up while being relocated from their main hideouts in Naze area of Owerri to Ikenebu area of the state capital. The names have been mentioned earlier. While 2 suspects, Moses Akowe, 32, and Sunday Gabriel 31 were arrested with 227.1 kgs of cannabis on Tuesday, 11th September at Ikebe Village, Ampa, local government area, Kogi State. A female suspect, Bilikisu Salako, 35, was nabbed with 108 kilograms of some substances on Saturday, 16th September, in Ifo area of Ogun State. A total of 100 blocks of cannabis Saturday, weighing 55 kgs, and 600 bottles of codeine base syrup seized from the duo of Salisu Motala and Shinkafi Dahiru on Tuesday, 11 September, along Abuja, have been traced to 2 other suspects. In other words, in conclusion, while commending the officers and the men of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Imo, Kaduna, Ogun, Kogi, Federal Capital Territory, and Lagos commands, as well as those of the Dogi, for intensifying their drug control efforts, Chairman and the Chief Executive Officer of the NDLA, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired, equally applauded the commitment of all the commands across the country to work with the other stakeholders to take the wider sensitization lectures and advocacy message to the communities, schools, worship centers, workplace, and traditional institutions. He charged them not to relent. This message from Beba Femi Baba, Director Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja. This one is brought to you by Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day and help me share this message so that you get to every news and crannies. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. Bless you as you share, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now, my wonderful people. Que mesiano.